Good morning, welcome to your 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We have some rainy conditions out there currently with some chilly temperatures in the lower 40s this morning. Going to have that rainfall continuing through the morning hours into the early afternoon hours before we see the rain change over to some snow. We'll have a small accumulation here at Wallops, about a half to an inch of snowfall on the car tops and the grassy surfaces. A little bit more as we move northwest of the Wallops region, but overall the storm will not be producing as much snow as has been forecast the last few days. Just a quick update on the radar this morning. This is looking at dual pole products. You can see here this is a correlation coefficient giving you an idea of where it is actually mixing. We have some mixing occurring in Cambridge up to Seaford, and that is slowly trying to move towards our region for this afternoon. Going to continue to see the rainfall here throughout the morning into the early afternoon hours. Across the region the last 24 hours, we saw temperatures varying anywhere from the mid to upper 40s to the mid 30s for highs yesterday. Coolest locations across the north and the west. Here at Wallops we were 44 degrees. Norfolk was the warm spot at 48, while Baltimore was the cool spot at 35 degrees. Last night we saw temperatures drop into the lower 30s to the upper 30s across the area. Once again, the coolest locations across the north and west. Baltimore at 30 degrees, that was the cool spot, and Wallops here we are at 38 degrees. I saw a good amount of rainfall and also some wintry precipitation across the region yesterday. Dover was the winner at 96 hundredths, almost an inch of precipitation. Here at Wallops we saw 82 hundredths, with seeing some mixed precipitation across the north and west portions of the Mid-Atlantic region, mostly north and west of Baltimore and also D.C. yesterday. As of 9 a.m., we are seeing a good amount of different types of precipitation across the region, seeing light snow in Baltimore and Washington, sleet in Dover, seeing some snow, sleet, and rain in Pax River, seeing some light snow in Richmond, while here on the Eastern Shore we're mostly seeing in the southern and central locations light rain or cloudy skies. As of 9 a.m., we were 40 degrees with light rain here at Wallops. Our 12Z sounding from this morning, our freezing level is at 2,000 feet. Our upper level winds are out of the northeast in the low levels, and fairly breezy, 35 knots at 1,000 feet. Easterly at 3,000 feet at 25 knots, and we see winds reducing to about 10 to 20 knots out of the southwest from 6 to 12,000 feet. We move up into the upper part of the atmosphere this morning at 25,000 feet. We see a peak wind out of the southwest at 56 knots. Looking at our surface analysis this morning, we have a area low pressure off the Mid-Atlantic coast and additional area low pressure over the Tennessee Valley. That's going to be transferring its energy to the low off the coast. That's going to be kind of stationary throughout the day today. That's going to allow for us to have these rain showers and also that chance of snow as we move into the late afternoon and the evening. Looking at our prog charts the next few days, this is our Wednesday midday planner. This area low pressure off the Wallops coastline, the Delmarva coastline, giving us some rainfall. Move into the evening and overnight hours, we'll see that rain transition to snow, and then during the overnight hours we'll see just some flurries lingering over the region. Thursday morning we'll continue to see breezy conditions with partly to mostly cloudy skies, mostly cloudy towards dawn, and then becoming partly cloudy as we move into the later portion of the morning. And then for our Thursday afternoon we'll see partly cloudy skies in general. Could see some periods of mostly cloudy skies with some weak upper level disturbances trying to rotate through the area. Just going to see some chilly conditions on Thursday with also some breezy conditions as well. Moving to Friday, looking like that area low pressure is going to continue to move off to the northeast. We'll have an additional upper level disturbance moving through Friday afternoon, but for the possibility of the USIP launch on our Friday morning, looks like we'll still have some elevated seas from that residual swell as that area low pressure continues to move off to the northeast. But overall, the weather looks fairly good here at Wallops with just partly cloudy skies, a little bit of a breeze out of the northwest, but looking like that'll probably stay in the 8 to 13 knot range for our Friday morning, possibly even lower than that. And then we're looking at our risk chart for today. Have a red for rainfall throughout the morning and the early afternoon, and then a red for our transition to snowfall for the late afternoon, evening, and then we'll have a yellow for the late evening into the overnight hours, or I should say just the overnight hours from midnight to 4 a.m. Our winds will be the breeziest this morning. We currently have a wind advisory in effect, and that'll continue most likely through the morning hours today, as we have that northeasterly wind about 18 to 23 knots, gusting in the low 30s this morning. Once the winds switch out of the north to north-northwest, we'll see winds reducing just a bit, 10 to 15 knots, gusting to 22 knots, and we'll see a northwest wind for the late afternoon into the evening hours at 10 to 15 knots, gusting to 23 knots. Our high will be this morning around 41 degrees. We'll see temperatures dropping into the upper 30s this afternoon, and then the mid to lower 30s for late afternoon and evening with that snowfall. Overnight, we're not going to see our temperatures drop all that much, and most likely won't see temperatures below freezing here at Wallops. Locations northwest of the area could be seeing that temperature dropping down to 32 to 31 degrees, but here at Wallops we'll see that low right around 33 degrees. Our total snow accumulation here at Wallops will be an inch or less, and I'll provide a snowfall map at the end of this briefing. Our 10 o'clock local observation was broken at 900 feet, overcast at 1,300 feet, 5 mile statute visibility, light rain. We have a chance of moderate rain. Moving on to our terminal forecast, by 1,400 local today, we'll have a chance of some rain and snow, and then by 1,600 local, we'll see an overcast deck at 600 feet, 2 mile statute visibility, a light snow, a chance we go 1 mile statute visibility with moderate snow, and that snow will last most likely until about right around midnight, and then once we move past midnight, we'll see just some lingering flurries or very light snow, no accumulation expected, most likely after 10 o'clock tonight. And then for our Thursday 8 o'clock local, we'll see a broken deck at 2,000 feet, a broken deck at 5,000 feet, a broken deck at 18,000 feet. And with unrestricted visibilities, our tides are 1 to 2 feet above normal. Moving into Thursday and Friday, much more tranquil conditions as high pressure builds in the area. Still have a fairly tight pressure gradient across the region. As I've mentioned, we'll have partly to mostly cloudy skies, breezy conditions, a high of 47 degrees. An orange for our winds on Thursday. Thursday night, we'll see partly cloudy to mostly clear skies, chilly temperatures, a low of 32 degrees, a green chart. And then for Friday, we'll have partly cloudy skies, breezy conditions, and chilly temperatures, a high of 46 degrees. Our winds will be yellow for our Friday. Taking a quick look at our forecast snowfall map for today. It has been reduced since what we put out yesterday, as we do have a weaker area low pressure than was forecasted off the coast, as well as a little bit warmer temperatures, and with those temperatures just being marginal with a higher March sun angle, going to be very difficult to accumulate any snowfall this afternoon. Most likely all the snowfall accumulation that we do see will be in the late afternoon into the evening hours, and it's only going to be about a half to an inch of snowfall here at Wallops, so not a big deal whatsoever. Just going to be some accumulation on the car tops and grassy surfaces. Move up into the Salisbury area, could be seeing a 1 to 3 inch snowfall, as they will have that change over to snow quicker than here at Wallops, as well as a chance of seeing a longer period of moderate snowfall in that region, and temperatures just a degree or two lower, so could be seeing 1 to 3 inches of snow in Salisbury. Most likely those locations will also see the accumulation on the grassy surfaces and elevated surfaces as well, and only a little bit of slush on the roadways. So not a big deal with this system, as looks like the bulk of the heavier accumulations will be northwest of Salisbury. See here towards Cambridge we see 3 to 5 inches, so those locations could be seeing some tricky road conditions with some more snowfall accumulation on the paved surfaces. That's going to complete the weather brief this morning. I hope everybody has a great day. Back tomorrow morning at 8:15 and at 10 a.m.